So let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt duped? I wonder about being in the fitness industry when I look at some of the stuff that's out there that says lose weight in 6 weeks, train your body in 8 weeks, turn into somebody else in 2 days. Constantly asking people uh, to spend their money on something that isn't realistic. And one of the things that's so hard as being a professional in the industry is that at some point you have to tell people the truth, that maybe it doesn't happen overnight, maybe you really have to do some work and it's not easy. That you might have to change some things. And I feel like constantly the person in the facility has the problem of overcoming what somebody's seen on television. In 14 minutes, if you use this piece of equipment, you're going to look great. Like, whatever. In 4 minutes, if you use this piece of equipment, you can have the body of your dreams. In two 30-minute workouts a week, you get, so really, at the end of the day, all that stuff is garbage. It's not going to happen. There's this consistent theme with fitness, and it's boring. It's I have to eat a certain way, and then I have to train a certain way 5, 6 days a week in order for my body to change, and then for me to be able to maintain that change over a length of time. And as our bodies get older, we have to ask more of them, but instead we do less expecting more. I want to be able to do what I did when I was in my 20s. Well, just think about it. You moved a ton more in your 20s than you do now. Your body's running a lot faster than in your 20s than it is now. So all the things that you did in your 20s that made it so you could get away with eating and drinking and doing whatever you wanted to, your body can't do anymore. It doesn't mean that you can't work through those things, but it does mean that that bill of sales that you've been sold that says that everything is going to be easy and in no time you can have everything back when it took you decades to lose it isn't realistic. And at some point, we have to just be in line with the facts that if you're over 50, then the amount of work you have to do is harder. There's more that you have to do, and we just need to go in it with realistic thoughts. I think about growing up and watching people buy a house and actually live in it, or going into the stock market and staying there and letting things grow, getting compound interest on stuff. As opposed to what we see now is I buy a house so I can flip it, hoping that I'm going to make money, or I'm buying stocks that I really don't know anything about, thinking I'm going to sell them quickly and hit the mother load. We've been sold this bill of, there's going to be instant gratification, and it just isn't real. And, as we've watched our economy fail and things blow up, we realize that it's being in for the long haul might not be that bad of a thing if it allows us to have long-term success. And fitness is no different. If you want long-term success, you have to build a foundation that allows you to actually go forward, that you can have the strength to continue to go forward, that you will, have that background that says that I've experienced some things, my body understands what I'm asking it to do, and then I can go from there. As opposed to I started yesterday and I want the results of somebody who's been doing this for years, which typically doesn't happen. And so when you get ready to go forward in your fitness adventure, because that's what it is, because it's always going to be changing. Be realistic in the way that you look at things. Be realistic in your goals. Don't buy into the fact that somebody's trying to sell you instant gratification. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Thanks.